The Porsche 911, produced from 1964 to 1989, established the core design and driving experience that continues to define the 911 today. These early models started with a rear-mounted air-cooled flat-six engine that began at 2 liters and grew to 3.2 liters by the late 1980s. Horsepower rose steadily from around 130 to over 230 in the top models. While a 4-speed automatic was introduced later, most enthusiasts opted for the 5-speed manual transmission that delivered a more connected feel. Early incarnations reached about 125 miles per hour, but later surpassed 155. Acceleration times also improved throughout the years, dropping from around 8 seconds to under 6 seconds for the most powerful variants. Beyond the specs, the 911 offered a captivating design. The sloping rear end, rounded headlights, and an overall sleek silhouette became instantly recognizable. The rear engine layout provided a unique balance and agility, although some early models were known to be challenging to control at the limit. The 2+2 seating offered a technical 4-seater layout, but the rear seats were primarily suited for occasional use or storage. Compared to modern cars, these early models relied heavily on mechanical components with minimal electronic intervention, resulting in a more raw driving experience. Initial sales were slow, with some critics finding the handling unpredictable. However, Porsche's unwavering commitment to improvement and the car's inherent performance potential laid the groundwork for future success. The iconic Carrera designation first appeared in 1973 with the 911 Carrera RS 2.7, a homologation special built for racing that solidified its performance image. Porsche also experimented with turbocharging in the late 1970s, paving the way for future high-performance variants. Additionally, the 911 became a favorite among celebrities and Hollywood stars, further enhancing its image as a desirable and prestigious sports car. It offered a pure, unadulterated driving experience that demanded skill and rewarded driver engagement. The Porsche 964 series, produced between 1989 and 1994, represents a pivotal evolution, blending the iconic shape with over 85% new components to push the envelope in performance, safety, and comfort. Central to the 964's appeal was its air-cooled 3.6-liter flat-six engine, delivering approximately 250 horsepower and 229 pound-feet of torque. The turbo models initially featured a 3.3-liter turbocharged engine, but from 1993 onwards, a more potent 3.6-liter turbocharged unit was employed, ramping up the output to 355 horsepower and 384 pound-feet of torque. Porsche didn't shy away from innovation with the 964, introducing an all-wheel drive with the Carrera 4 model, which, along with advancements like power steering and ABS brakes, considerably improved the vehicle's handling and safety. The 964 also served as a platform for special editions, such as the lightweight RS variants. These models were stripped of nearly 300 pounds and received a power bump, aimed at delivering a more raw and engaging driving experience. Production numbers varied across the range, with certain models like the RS 3.8 and the Turbo 3.6S becoming highly sought after due to their rarity and unique attributes. Performance figures were impressive across the board, with turbocharged models capable of 0 to 60 miles per hour sprints in about 4 seconds, while the naturally aspirated RS models were not far behind. It is revered for its drivability, innovation, and the role it played in paving the way for future generations of the 911, making it a cherished model among Porsche enthusiasts.
Our German test center was buzzing with new thinking. A radical new suspension, a more powerful engine. The suggestions came from far and wide. Of course, the new 911 is still available in red, black and white, but what fun would that be?
The 993, produced from 1994 to 1998, was a masterpiece in refining the formula established earlier. This translated to impressive horsepower gains. While the base Carrera offered around 270 horsepower, the top-of-the-line Turbo S squeezed out a remarkable 450, an especially impressive feat for a naturally aspirated engine at the time. The enthusiast's choice remained the 5-speed manual transmission, but the 4-speed Tiptronic and automatic transmission continued to cater to those seeking a smoother ride. Performance lived up to the legacy, with top speeds exceeding 186 miles per hour for the Turbo S and a 0 to 60 dipping below 4 seconds for some variants. The 993 wasn't just about brute force, it subtly evolved the classic 911 design. Handling continued to be a focus area, with Porsche's refinements resulting in sharper handling and a more connected feel to the road compared to previous generations. Its significance goes beyond its impressive specs and features. It holds a special place in Porsche history as the final production car to feature an air-cooled engine, making it a highly sought-after collector's item. The 993 Turbo S, with its 450 horsepower engine, is a testament to Porsche's ability to push the air-cooled platform to its peak.
Dad, I missed the bus.
Really? The 911 Carrera, what only a Porsche brings to driving.
Thanks, Dad.
Marking a turning point in 1998, the 996 wasn't just another iteration, but a complete modernization of the iconic 911. This revolution began under the hood, where the classic air-cooled engines were swapped for a water-cooled flat-six design. This new engine offered more power across a range of displacements, starting from 3.4 liters and reaching 3.8 liters in the high-performance variants. This translated into a significant horsepower jump, with the base Carrera offering around 300 horsepower and top-of-the-line models like the Turbo S exceeding 450. Porsche also introduced a new and an improved 5-speed Tiptronic automatic transmission. Later in production, a highly sought-after 6-speed manual became the crown jewel. The design language embraced a modern look while retaining the classic 911 silhouette. The overall aesthetic was sleeker and more aerodynamic. Creature comforts weren't left behind. An optional navigation system and a Bose sound system were on the menu to elevate the driving experience. It's worth noting that the 996 shared some platform components with the Porsche Boxster, a decision that helped with development costs but also sparked criticism from some enthusiasts who felt it diluted the exclusivity of the 911. With total sales figures exceeding 177,000 units, the 996 left a lasting legacy as a powerful, technologically advanced, and thoroughly modern interpretation of a beloved sports car.
A car designed with a singular purpose. Yet somehow, it manages to be so much more. Porsche, engineered for magic.
The 997 wasn't just the next chapter, it was a masterful refinement of the modern 911 experience. Unveiled in 2004 and selling over 211,000 units, the 997 built upon the foundation of the 996 while offering a more compelling package. Under the hood, the evolution continued. Base Carrera models started around 320 horsepower, but top performers like the Turbo S reached a staggering 500, a testament to the ongoing engine development. The 6-speed manual remained the enthusiast's favorite, but Porsche introduced a game-changing dual-clutch transmission in later years. The mighty Turbo S could reach 192 miles per hour, and some variants achieved 0 to 60 in under 4 seconds. It wasn't just about raw power and speed, though. Porsche listened to feedback and addressed design critiques. The most notable change was the return of round headlights, reminiscent of the classic 911 look. Addressing a major concern from the 996 era, Porsche tackled the intermediate shaft bearing issue that plagued some early models. The 997 also saw the introduction of the GTS variant. The GTS, slotted between the Carrera S and the GT3, offered a more track-focused experience than the Carrera S, but with a slightly less aggressive setup than the GT3. The 997 stands as a testament to Porsche's dedication to continuous improvement. It addressed criticisms, embraced technological advancements, and delivered a truly refined modern take on the iconic 911 experience.